Previously on Test C teams.
The massage stone begin to writhe and thrash.
She gets up and she looks behind her, and what does she say?
There is a razor sharp crest on the back of it, and now it is like clung to the back of the jacket.
Oh, this place is awful! And I like pull it off, and I'm just stomping on the coat like it's on fire, like just like heel digging into it, like disgusting, disgusting. Ugh! Oh, it's a roach infested spot. Ugh!
He'll point at the thing, and his intention is known, and then the evil sword goes.
Oh.
I hoof my way up the nearest tree, and I clump till I'm facing down toward the orb of darkness, and I say, "Look out, the board!" and I jump into it to make a hoof attack, like just a stomping attack. Oh. Yeah.
They've begun to pant. Your double from birth.
Yikes.
Your split double Vanta.
Yikes. And I, she's on the floor. Clearly have the upper hand, and she just immediately starts being like, "You had one chance and you blew it. What was this, your whole life for this and you blew it?"
Hibernax. The scourge
Here we go.
of this passage. This is when the tail whips around and strikes Yitzpin Attende from mid-air downward. As she sails through the air, she doesn't land there in the snow. A woman more than 6 feet in height catches Yitzpin and sets her aside. And she says, "Okay, you can come in."
Time is the enemy, the past, it threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expendable remarks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Carl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send them home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line and initial it twice.
Please.
Hello, I am Tycho Brahe of Penny Arcade and PAX. I am also Ominifus Hereward Drawn's plural
Spoiler.
CEOs
Spoiler, yeah.
of Acquisitions Incorporated's.
Whoa.
But today, I'm your internet
Kind
friend.
of lisp.
Jeffrey K. Horcrims. And I'm here to run a game of Dungeons and Dragons for my friends, specifically these friends, in this particular guise. To my right, it's the Owl Boy turn a scowl to joy. It's still.
Figured it out. We got it at the end.
Just in time.
I finally figured something out for him.
Puff.
Yeah. Here. Now at the end.
Yeah, now at the end.
Now at the end.
This is the last episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. It's not true. No, it's not true. It's not true.
Oh my god.
Don't change the channel.
They're all leaving.
No, there's a bunch more episodes. To the right of my right, once more with feelings, it's Prism.
I'm just imagining all of you cheering in your own homes. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, stop anytime now.
Piece of carrots.
You're extracting real data.
Yes.
You're gonna say that.
To
2021.
my left, Yitzpin. Gosh, what? No. Just 1 week since we've seen Yitzpin Attende.
Somebody in the chat said, "I like how Yitzpin does the horse noise at the end. Do centaurs do horse noises?" And I said, "Shut up."
No more data.
They do it, and then, some do, and then everybody's like, oh,
Oh no,
way.
no, we can
That's
do it though.
terrible.
We're allowed.
Yeah, exactly. It's your thing.
That's edgy.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Now, to the left of my left, more like thirst from the quiver. It's first from the quiver.
Oh.
We got a character dialed in.
Hey.
What the?
Yeah. Best of.
That was hurtful.
He just does. He does the montage, and
Yeah.
I purr.
Scenes over
Our
the
thing now.
Yeah.
as the background music.
All right, now, as has become a treasured and cherished ritual, we will begin in the same way that, church might begin with a litany of some kind. We will begin with a book, the Book of Alyssa. These cherished scrolls. That's right. Thank you. Finally,
I
so
need a
someone
page of it
understands the
every day.
gravity of the situation. The Book of Alyssa contains
So much.
so much richness. We're going to jump right in. Thank you so much to our partners, Elderwood Academy, Level Up Dice, and Idle Champion team for the continued support. Now, I have seen incredible lore-based activity as I have watched the last few episodes. Great news for you. The loremonger this week is Tristan as
Tristan.
Prism.
There you go.
That's right. Last time there was some excitement.
What the?
I would say. Well, no, I'm
Don't
just saying,
oversell it.
there was
Last time there was some excitement.
There was
Next
some-
item.
I'm saying that there was
If I remember correctly, you wrote words?
some. I'm saying that Prism, some biting commentary.
Oh, true.
That's all I'm saying.
True. And I'm certain that there will be good lore happening right now, talking to myself in the future.
That's right. Thanks, future me. Do your work. Now, of course, when lore meters are filled, I mean, you know this because you do it every week to the maximum level, but for the newcomers among us, when you fill a lore meter, we will post lore from the perspective of Prism in the overlay info box, which is below me, as well as on the Acq Inc. site at acq-inc.com/cteam/lore, where you can read all of the delights you have churned up in the past. Now, check out the image below for the custom Walnut Elderwood Academy spellbook. You can't. This
I'm
is
looking at it. No, I'm not
deeply-
looking at
The
you.
book
I'm-
of Alyssa
I was
is
looking at
precious.
the image below,
It's both.
Jerry.
Oh, okay. We're gonna
Invidious
fight a flooble.
No, that's not even a.
We're fighting a flooble. I see the stat block.
Two things. First of all, don't look at the Book of Alyssa. Second, floobles are really cool, old school monsters. You fucked up. Now it's
I
going to be a
know.
while.
Well, it was already on the
Now
docket.
you're fighting two.
Oh, no.
That's true. Yeah, I'm going to double up. Floobles for everybody.
Double flooble? Hey, this is a TPK.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. Now, check out the image below. Of course, we know about it. It's delicious. Now, that's the first cauldron tip. The second cauldron tip, we're going to give away the Level Up Red Table Shaker D20. So get
a
active
table
in
shaker?
chat. Here.
You know.
No, show
It's
me.
only
No,
for the
absolutely
lower
not.
orders.
Not this time. We're
Yay!
putting it right over here. Next level.
Get those other
Oh yeah,
garbage
you gotta,
dice out
you
of
gotta
there.
wreck these. What's going on with this?
Table shaker.
Get this
Oh,
trash
A table shaker appears to be a D20.
Oh.
Is that,
Yes,
is that
yes,
large.
it is.
There you
It's
go.
plump.
It's big.
The,
Oh, I
the
see. It's
idea
just a- it's
is
just a
that it
big
is
boy.
dangerous.
Drop it.
Oh,
It's a 30 millimeter type, but for some reason, the very
blessed.
first
And it
roll-
always rolls 20.
only rolls 20.
So obviously, yeah, get active in chat, etc. And I know because it's our cadre. It says we say get active in chat, and then what they type in the window is active in chat.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's right. I appreciate that. Now, that being said, that being firmly established,
Yeah.
when last we saw our heroes, they, somehow, mysteriously, sufficient need was generated by a person to finally bring about the aperture into the welcome site.
Yes.
Orifice.
Yeah, exactly. The mystic orifice.
Sight hole.
that Alyssa's eyebrows became very high.
I know what she's into.
Oh, okay.
The plot sphincter was loose.
They
if only for a moment
went-
to allow passage.
they went
through.
very high and briefly left Alyssa to travel to parts unknown.
Well, she uses those as her drones, as
Really?
her scouts. Yeah. You see Alyssa eyebrows, you better fucking run.
It's like Sauron's crows.
Yes.
Make a wish.
They were eagles. Jerry.
They were flumps.
They were flugels.
They were
okay?
flugels.
Right. Now,
Two of them.
but that's the scenario we find ourselves in. Now, very recently, I would say that Yitzpin was seized
True.
in midair.
Like a sweet baby falling out of the sky.
Indeed, like a precious foal, seized, snatched, placed gently upon the weathered cobble
True.
of the welcome site. Now, I mean, it should be established.
Did I take any hit points from a dragon slapping me?
Oh yeah, you took mad.
Yeah, you're
you
dead.
took you took mad damage
yeah, you did,
during
you did.
that.
I only had 9.
Yeah, now you
Well,
got
I think you have 9 left.
I had 9 for most of last episode. I don't think we ever adjudicated what I.
He was trying to be nice to you, and you just doinked yourself out of the
I know
niceness.
it's interesting narratively.
Kill me, Jerry.
I thought I rolled some stuff.
All right, we can say it's 9. I'm not mad about it.
Pretty rough.
Well, this is an incredible opportunity
still
to
heal
get
everyone?
HP.
Okay.
Maybe that's why
Great.
you have 9 left.
Yeah, I have in my notes Bronze Big Lady catches Yitzpin and sets her down.
Yes, well, this is definitely true. And I can't stress this enough. These characters were already established well in advance.
Our characters?
Well, obviously those as well, but indeed the incredibly tall, potentially upper planar proprietor of the welcome site, long before the tall lady Meta seized the internet.
I see.
Here we go.
I want to make sure that people understand that I'm not just jumping on a trend.
Isn't some like Resident Evil?
I'm not trying to get clout.
You're not jumping on it, but is it going to step on
Yeah.
us?
Can-
Great.
Can
So
we
how tall?
climb it?
Let's get it in inches.
Yeah.
What are we
How
talking
tall?
about?
On the Lady P scale, all the way? Tall.
In flats.
I need imperial and metric.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
6'8"
don't know what
is
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
What?
6'8".
I'm almost that
6.
tall.
Wait, sorry, 6'8"?
6'8"?
That was
Flats.
what the?
That's like Dabe.
Who cares?
That's not that impressive.
I'm not scared of him.
6'8"?
Is Dabe impressive in D&D?
Well, you have to understand, I am only this tall, so when I think about 6'8", I'm like, shit.
Yeah, but it could have been.
Like 10.
One inch platforms. Nice height.
nice.
Yeah,
6'9".
exactly.
There you go.
Heavy boot. All right, so it's just like, I'm talking about just like her. You add the armor.
6'9".
You add the
Hold on,
armor.
Hold on.
It goes up.
Wait a minute.
What are we? Yeah.
Carry the.
Go on.
There's a denominator.
Yeah.
Go to metric real quick.
Yeah, oh yeah, shit.
Check your work. Base.
Can I use my phone?
Did you carry anything?
I don't think I can do
No,
this on
but
paper.
could she carry us?
Yeah. Well, she's already carried one of you. I mean, I guess we could spend the next hour just having her lift and set down different members of the party. Is
Great. Love it.
Okay.
Is that what
Bring it on,
people
Jerry.
want?
I mean,
Is that what
let's
the-
put up a poll.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
It's Prism's turn next.
Yeah, exactly.
Myself off.
All right. Unfortunately, there are other issues to be managed at this time.
Like what?
Well,
I don't remember.
Truly don't know.
Yeah.
no, I definitely know. Because right beyond the threshold of the welcome site, there is a substantial, angry, hungry, largely bestial, bro tier white dragon
Inside it?
right here because it has knocked you in.
Oh, sure.
It
sure,
is
sure,
here.
Sure, sure. Oh, you're
They
right,
are
right,
here.
Right. Dragon.
Ugh. Dragon's still here.
There is one, like the word one and then the number 1 in the parentheses.
One single limit. One.
Exactly, dragon.
It just smacked me,
Oh, absolutely.
so I'm mad.
Just to understand,
Exactly.
you're smacked closest to the welcome site entrance.
Smacked me right into the arms
you were
of an angel.
carried down. Are we all on this side of the dragon?
Exactly. So it is basically, the configuration is thus. Moving toward the welcome site and ostensibly some comfort from the world's ravages. We have Dragon,
Yeah.
the party, plus Vanta, and then this mysterious tall lady from the internet,
Oh,
and then
the internet now.
seated at her right side, at her right hand,
On.
Yitzpin.
Whoa. Wearing a crown.
So this is, yes, exactly. So this is the configuration. Linear, you have but two. There's
Two butts now?
I got there first.
Parentheses too.
You have to but. No. That's the scenario. This is the full extended range.
I do not know which incredible thing to look at first. Oh, glories. Oh.
I feel safe. I am fine. I am next to a large woman right next to temple.
No, arguably, you have won whatever race is happening here.
And
First place.
remind us where you're standing relative to, like, Vanta is laid out, is like.
I just have a dagger over.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Okay.
No,
so
no.
This interrupted a murder. No, that wasn't. Yeah.
I would say, that like, I am like largely ignoring what's going on, and I'm just like so like needle focused
hold on,
on
this
Vanta.
shit, you are like in a bubble.
No,
when
I look at
this
the big
shit
tall
is-
lady and I go, "Mommy, sorry, mommy, no, sorry, mommy, mommy, sorry, no." No, I'm looking at Vanta, and I go, and I'm just like staring at her, and like as we're passing into the vestibule or of the welcome site portal, whatever, the hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yay! That I can't take my eyes off her. That I'm so frustrated.
Well, yeah, and
that
you're also
she is.
yeah, and you're also ready. You're ready for this to be the next ruse.
I'm not convinced this would be exactly like her, to lure me into a false sense of security so she could get me.
Can I ask you for
Nothing.
some extemporaneous storytelling?
Sure.
And you can say, give me a minute to think about it, but I would love to hear a story about one of Prism's previous encounters with Vanta. Just for me, because I love this world building, this character so much.
She's cool as hell.
I would say that Prism has never. Okay, so think of you. You are this like incredible kaleidoscopic elf, and there's no one like you, and you've never met another one like you. You are one of a kind. And then in your travels as a bard, your teacher, you hear about that there's others like you, and they're very special, and they are a boon. Like they're a gift, and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm so special, I'm so special. And then one time, one of these stories is, well, but it's so sad that, most of them are hunted down by their shadows and become something else entirely. And you're thinking, oh, well, there's someone that's gonna come, obviously, they would want to take my light, my gift away from me. And so you spend part of your brain space for the rest of your life preparing for that moment. And so other times where maybe she's met Vanta, I would say she saw a very tall stranger while performing in the shadow of a bar and thought, this is the moment. I must prepare myself, all the adrenaline, all the anxiety. But no, it's just a very tall patron.
Oh, I see.
At night, you hear a creak of the floorboards, and you take the dagger out from under your pillow, and you're ready. This is the moment. Of course, she's here to take your light. But no, it was just someone passing through the hallway. So I think that at the beginning of this season, when she saw Vanta appear to her in the cart, that was the first time she really saw Vanta for real.
For real.
And so she had pictured this like ultimate hunter that was coming to take her, like, that was gonna come and do something terrible to her or kill her.
A monster.
And now she is nothing
Right.
but this.
And so does Prism is it just like generalized paranoia that makes her think that Vanta is somehow tricking her right now? Or is there evidence that this is what the shadows do?
Yeah, I mean, the stories are that they're mad.
Crazy mad, or
well-
like I'm so mad.
Well, they can't feel emotion, so whatever it is their thing is, but that they
want.
want,
Yeah.
they hunger for,
Okay.
I
And they'll
think-
employ whatever they have to get it.
allegedly.
Okay.
But it's all legend.
Got it.
I think it's probably something in the popular structure. It's probably something like a vampire. But imagine if there was a vampire that only wanted you, right?
If you were,
Like a real Edward Bella situation.
Like a,
All right.
like a Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Another
Yes.
classic love story.
Same level.
Just trying to and
Really,
then
won't they?
Prism doesn't know, and just exploding bombs on the side, and it's just like Prism just keeps going.
Totally.
Just missing assassination attempts and doesn't even know.
here's my hit song, Neat.
Thank you for that. That was
Thank
really
you
cool.
for allowing me some space to explain the
No,
love it.
lifelong
absolutely.
struggle.
And so, but that is basically what it is. And then, so you are in this bubble, essentially, like your perception is focused down
Yeah.
to where, and that's the craziest part. I'm glad that she had a chance to express it, because to Prism, this danger is greater
Yes.
than anything else that's happening. And Vanta is in this shocked state. Her eyes are just passing back and forth between all three of these threats, and then resting, and then sort of like achieving equilibrium and just resting on you.
Yeah, and I'm not saying, I mean, I'm looking at her and I'm just like, I've never been more ready for whatever this is. Just
Wow. What's this dragon doing? I'm imagining that.
murdering you.
I'm
Chewing.
like watching this, casting my glance over. Another incredible sight. No, I'm seeing that and backing
lore.
away and like looking at you pointedly. If you ever turn your head, like, what is this? Like, we should retreat. We've done it. Like my body's moving away.
I'm tapping on my horse chest. Everyone get into temple, please.
Oh, I mean, yeah, if Vanta's like, yeah, I'll take the butt of my my little pokey sword and just like kind of push her along like she's my captive somehow, being like, okay, let's go. Keep my eye on you.
Even you, Bord.
Yeah. If I'm, because I had been healing Vanta, so I'm over.
Yeah, you're on my shit list.
Yeah, I'm with Jens.
Shaking your little mites on her.
Yeah. Yeah, I excitedly jumped towards the portal.
It's
Me and the sword.
It isn't. I want to emphasize, just for the use of our friends at home, that you don't actually experience it like an aperture, like a full-on portal where you like look through and see this. It looks as though it has simply come to rest, like a flying saucer or something. Like it is just now overwritten this area. Now you can see sort of like around, yeah, exactly, like around the edges, it has almost like an oasis like shimmer. There's clearly something strange, but it isn't like a pinhole or something that you're like looking through.
Yeah.
It's like a Stargate.
Yeah, well, I mean, basically, and obviously our Stargate is our sponsor today.
Yeah.
The DVD sets are just coming out. I don't know if people still watch
SG1
those.
is a great series. Underrated.
Yeah.
SG2, I mean, listen, they tried,
They,
right?
you know, I get it. They wanted
Get
to
the
wring as much as you
paid.
can out of the IP.
I get it.
So you, it is, as you start toward this temple,
Excitedly.
it is difficult work. Like walking toward the temple, moving in, you don't know if it has some kind of a protective barrier.
Is it just difficult for still?
That is correct. You did not, nothing occluded you on your way into being held by,
No boards allowed.
right, no, exactly. See, finally somebody,
Very welcome.
finally somebody gets it. So, and it's just like the tips of your claws, like you have to
wrap them around individual stones to push your way in. The dragon itself is just out at the edge, having like fallen down and just like drooped and stretched itself off of the trees it was hanging onto, and its eyes have grown wide. Like it thought it has a couple. It thought that it had a certain level of meal, and it has been upgraded substantially.
What?
For $1 more.
That's a good deal.
No, for only $1 more.
Stupid not to do it.
No, I mean,
Saving money.
can you afford not to? That's the question.
No.
Not as hungry as I am.
And so as you are moving Vanta forward, it is also begun to slink. And you think that if the prize and the meal, that its nostrils flare and just bring it all in, everything that's inside here, it begins to like thick slaver right out of the bottom, like falling out
The mouth.
on each side of the mouth.
Oh.
Of the mouth.
You gotta give me a noun, man.
Yeah, describe the hole.
Yeah.
From the
Tooth line is a mouth.
The front hole.
The front hole, okay.
Of the dragon's mouth face.
I've,
Biggest face hole.
I'm trained back now that I assume I have reached the safety of the
Nimbus.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm perceiving, is the dragon's attention now on this glorious Resident Evil-esque savior, and not on still? Where's the dragon's attention?
Yeah, the dragon's attention is on the great prize
Okay.
that this mystical temple hospital represents. Fat with all the damage and villainy that the 10 towns have experienced recently. I mean, you can tell
11
that.
towns now.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're trying. But that's essentially what you see. I mean, in addition to the temples, you can also see hastily erected tents and acolytes moving between them. Like, this is an active. This place is hard at work trying to minimize. It almost looks like a triage situation up close. But there's, active fires. Like, they're doing what they can to, resolve an issue that you are only peripherally aware of. It's quite real to them inside here. But no, it's obviously the food in front of it is available and present, but now it's sort of recognized as an hors d'oeuvre course.
What's
On the way to
Yeah.
a Las Vegas style upmarket situation. We're talking about crab.
Of course we are, Jerry.
We're talking about
you ever seen
a
one?
dessert bar.
Fondue station.
We're absolutely. We're
Ice
all,
cream for the kids?
yeah. We're talking about Japanese souffle pancakes. Like, this is like. This isn't just like, oh wow, it's like, okay, all right.
It's a welcome sight for everyone
It's
involved.
yeah, it's a welcome sight for the hungry traveler.
It's like a Hardee's.
No,
No, the Bellagio.
it's like
a Checkers.
West
kinda
of
like
the
a-
Rockies.
it's like a Carl's Jr. It's like a Whataburger. All right, now.
What a burger.
So this is moving out. So, but something that you notice as you are sort of goading Vanta in.
There's goats now?
Come on.
Let's play his game. I like to have a good time too, but
Hi.
I'm gonna be a real asshole today.
I'm Chris.
And I apologize for that.
You have everyone in chat thanking you right now. Oh, thank God.
Finally,
We like to have fun, but
But not too much.
honestly, I swear to God, this is Omen's job on these main stage games. But Omen's job is basically to be the straight guy. So then
Does a bad
if.
job at it.
But I'm saying that if Mike is not there, then I have to do all of the stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a heavy load.
Chris just doesn't like it when people are having jokes, and he didn't come up with them.
Yeah, exactly. If I said it, I'd be on it for the next 10 minutes.
And it would be the best.
Any goats in this room? Seeing if bring it
Making
back.
jokes about flat eyeballs and shit. They're like, yeah, it'd be all right.
All right, Jerry was talking to me now.
Anyway,
Again.
get a load of this.
Go on.
So, imagine the situation.
Imagine.
Vanta sort of being pressed, goaded into this. Oh, shut it.
I was looking
Nobody
at Kate.
said anything.
This was between me and Kate, all right? You three do what you want, and me and Kate will talk.
We're playing our own game.
Yeah.
Pushed in, and then as she, as internet tall lady
Yes.
moves out,
Yes.
some portion of it, it's almost like where she steps, it's building a dock of some kind from this space out. So even beyond the curve of it, it is just the welcome sight is present wherever she is. And so it extends out sort of below her, and she walks out, creating a path underneath the both of you. And she looks at you, and she looks at Vanta, and she looks at you, and she says, "What's wrong with you?" And she reaches down instantly, and there is a faint glow beneath her palm, and Vanta is able to stand up a little straighter.
Well, and I'm talking to Vanta. I'm like, good job. Points for acting. You've really convinced everyone here. I guess we're both good performers.
Ooh.
You get that from me.
That's great. Yeah. I got your emotions. You get that from me.
So in the manner of squabbling siblings, she takes up a place between the two of you. As she backs up her eyes on the dragon.
Oh. Okay.
And as the dragon takes a couple, bounding leaps, like you get a sense of how fast this thing could move on land if it needed to.
Oh, thank you.
And as it starts to get up to speed, to 2 or 3 bounds, a wicked, demonic black sword flings itself up from below its mouth and pierces the snout, like closing and sealing the mouth together.
Nasty.
Cool.
And
Nasty.
almost like in the manner of a gyroscope, it's able to sort of maintain its position. And then it just begins to twist itself and turn itself so that the snoot and indeed the entire creature is forced away from the glowing bulb that surrounds the welcome sight.
Jeez.
Jerry, okay.
I am.
Table talk, but check in later.
I'm doing much better than Hibernac's Scourge of the North. Let's say that. That is the last of it that you see, because in a few moments after that, after the sword goes through, you see a nod and a from tall internet lady, and the region outside of the bulb shifts very quickly. To something that looks like it might be on the edge of a desert even. Like now this front, this, mystic foyer is now looking out upon dunes and sand just at the edge where hard scrabble plants still have purchase. So the whole venue has shifted rapidly.
I'm hardly dressed for this.
I was just going to say, now it's too hot. Now it's too hot. And then that that bulb, the soap bubble, similar to the cartographer's spell, it leaves. So this is actually situated now in this new place, and it does not have a particular bright line between the welcome site and this new place.
Okay.
Okay, I shake off this gigantic coat that I've been wearing.
I mean, it's like because you're so like skinny. It wouldn't take much. You just kind of like
change my stance a tiny bit. Just pull the shoulders in, and the thing just goes.
you just molt
Yeah.
there in the middle of it. Still, you feel incredibly ill.
We've passed through it.
You passed through it with
But not-
no small amount of torment.
Yeah.
But as soon as you've arrived here and the bubble is gone, you are. It's basically. God, how do I put it?
I faint.
Yes, I think that's probably appropriate. I think that is actually what is correct in this instance.
And the sword is gone.
So still, what's that?
The sword's gone.
The sword is gone. The sword is out and away. Still has fallen flat down on these warm stones.
I smile. I say, we made it. And then I faint. We did it.
Bird. I rush to him and try to apply his own hands onto himself. I have no heels, so.
It's the hands. That's the thinking.
It's gotta be. I seen him do it before.
Yes, fold him so he fit into coffin.
Before he gets rigor mortis.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing this later.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up everybody's winter clothes so that we don't litter in the desert. And so I've got a big handful of my own horse blanket. And I'm looking at Still, and I'm trying not to care. But it's not working.
Is it worse now that he's dead? Is it more gross?
No, now that he's in the desert too, that's my favorite place to be. And now I'm like feeling very generous because we got away from the dragon. And the sword saved us from the dragon. I'm like,
No, it's like the. Oh, I'm sorry. If you weren't done, I have a joke.
I'm done.
Oh, you have a joke. Chris has a joke.
Chris has a joke, everyone.
Let's listen. Everybody calm down. Let's
Where's the goats? No. No, it was the idea
Goat
that,
to
like,
see you.
You're, while alive, Still's immune system holding all the mites and parasites at bay. Now dead, it looks like a time lapse of like a rotting.
It's like some Last Crusade shit. Like you chose the wrong cup tier.
Where's the? Are we in this like encampment?
Well, I mean, essentially, you are in what one of us has described as the foyer.
Okay.
This well-worn path leads to a variety of buildings and very close, a hastily erected, what looks to make it might be a triage tent of some kind. But everything in here it's not drawn from any particular place. Like the architecture feels like a greatest hits.
like a cheesecake factory.
Yeah, exactly. Like a compass.
Chris has entered the chat.
Knew you'd like that.
When you're here, your family.
Hell yeah.
Tall woman, you have killed a bird. What has happened? Who are you? I do not feel welcomed.
This is no welcome sight.
She says, "Can you heal?"
I sit down.
His only trick.
Yeah, I cannot. No, I got nothing.
With magic,
I find traps.
Okay. Do you know herb lore? Do you know how to set a bone?
This may be
Do you know how to tend a wound?
I do have +2 medicine. Who's got nicer medicine than that? Who
I have-
cares to heal?
Mending, break him in half, and
Snap them. There's no bones.
Slim Jim.
No bones broken,
but you could, and
theoretically.
I might fix it. It's like geek squatting the bird.
I can shock him back into life.
Yeah.
I handle this. Yitzpin will reach into bird, grab and shake, and I will cast Shocking Grasp.
Clear.
Feathers.
Hide.
Dude, the smell of burning feathers,
Soup's on.
roasted birds.
Does 2d8.
Okay.
Here, let me roll them up. Like so much
How much?
Mac.
This is
Oh, I have to
villainy.
I have to make a melee spell attack against you first. It's not an auto.
They're unconscious.
We got to brine him
You have
first.
you have advantage.
Oh, I have advantage. Sorry, I have advantage. Sorry about that.
Against an unconscious.
All right, yeah, I
one.
do hit.
All right.
And
I do hurt.
Oh my God! Why are you doing so good?
I'm gonna do 12 points of damage to you.
Okay.
But is he conscious now?
A little bit. What you have? You have 8 words.
I have 8 words.
Yeah.
I wake up a little bit. I just say I wake up. What happened? I can't see anything. Who is there?
Who? The stank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's the last word.
Yes. Last words. Tub thumping. Greatest song ever.
Cider drink.
Fucking hell.
Well, is what I
Yeah, that's the best. So
make good dinner.
she reaches down and places the bird up on the shoulder and begins walking toward the triage tent.
So lucky to be carried by a large woman.
It's not even awake to appreciate it. What a waste.
What's Vanta up to?
Vanta.
What's Vanta doing?
Well, Vanta has is able to move without too much effort. Like she's not done. She needs to bake a little bit, but she can follow, and she follows her with something like reverence. Like she falls in after this interaction. You think maybe Vanta doesn't receive kindness from others very often.
Well, I can see why.
And she basically falls in like right behind and to the left. As though on some mystic quest.
Well, I follow at a distance, but I do keep my. So I have a rapier, and it's like very jeweled, very pretty. But I will say that it's like the equivalent of doing like prop work with it, where it's not like, oh, I'll get her at any minute. It's like really emoting with having it out, just being like. Oh, like look at her! Oh my God!
Oh, wait, hold on. You mean like holding it so that it's like kind of hangs down, like?
Yeah, like this kind of thing. Like she would fence maybe in a minute, but I don't know. Like she's really trying to feel out the situation, but keep a blade between her and Vanta at all times. Like a compass that works, Jerry. The blade is always pointed towards Vanta.
They gotta work eventually, you know?
Well, but if a
Broken
compass always pointed toward Vanta, unless Vanta were to the north of you.
No, I told you. Sometimes the compass points to your hardest, greatest desires. Pirates of the Caribbean rules. It took a lot to get through that. Much like this.
Got it.
Even a broken compass is right twice a day.
I also find myself attracted to this tall woman because of her immense.
Her gait.
She's just kind of. I think that Yitzpin tends to like follow the alpha, and of course there's no alphas in this group. So finally there's an alpha, and just like instinctively,
She's ready to get lined up.
I'm drawn right behind this tall internet woman.
Well, yeah, she's there, and essentially there is just a radius around her. As she moves through this place, it is clear. You got an inkling of it when she walked out and it manufactured a mystical pontoon. But this place serves her. It is everything that Yitzpin hoped, like what this type of authority would look like. People make space when she needs space, and when she needs someone there, they are there. And so she has, even just in the period where you have gotten to the tent, which you both need to duck a little bit underneath the awning of, she has given orders in at least 3 different languages to different people. And so in here you can see a variety of simple robes, acolytes everywhere, the same Timoran icon at varying levels of, and some of them look a little bit different than other ones, maybe older, maybe a more ancient version of the symbol, but everyone here is absolutely unified in this place's purpose, which it is made abundantly clear is her purpose.
Got it.
She got a porpoise too. Damn.
Dolphins here?
You know what I mean?
I'm Chris, and I don't like animals.
Thank you. I was busy over here, but I'm glad you took up the mantle while I was trying to figure out.
Manta?
Manta?
Yeah, wow. We at SeaWorld?
Oh, what's his name? What's his
What
name?
am I going to
He's
do
back.
with this crowd?
Something.
He is the War Master.
Din
General.
Blaze
War Master,
Dingari?
Blaze Dingari. Don't laugh, War Master. How?
So, I think the only thing I remember about why the hell we were here is that Cerny told us to, right?
That's right.
That's like our whole mission.
We know that.
Yeah.
For certain.
She is basically trying to find the place of her birth.
Got it.
It's
Okay.
the last possible path into a place she is trying to find.
That's right. Okay. Right.
Called the plane of retirement, whatever that could possibly mean.
Okay.
No one knows.
So I think as we're taking all this in, this hospital sort of triage environment, and everything is ebbing and flowing, there is this dim recollection in Yitzpin's tiny brain.
Oh shit.
Right? I got one finally. And I duck into this tent, and my attention is going, and I have to duck extra because I have, of course,
no! I mean, you have to.
Slayer
You basically
crown.
no, dude. Can you please describe for me the process by which? Because she's not going to take it off.
No, of course not.
Describe for me the process by which. I mean, you would have to duck down if you didn't have it.
I know, yeah. So, but the ducking, usually ducking is accomplished with one of these sort of torso motions, but because of the crown, there is like a whole 4 horse leg squat that has to occur, which is extremely hard on the quads, all of them. So anyway, yeah, I am trying, and my human hands are holding on to it because I know it's important, and also I feel like it lends me a sort of gravity in an environment where I do feel like that visuals mean a lot. So, but this dim recollection of our mission comes to mind, and I say, in the general direction of the avatar, you are a friend of Miss Certainty.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, Kate.
You're welcome.
You're the best.
Absolutely.
Thanks for advancing the plot.
You know what? Anytime.
No, I appreciate it.
Somebody got it.
That name. So I mean, so far, this woman has been established as a living icon, and you have seen
Like Lady Gaga.
Exactly. You
Diva.
Lady Marmalade.
I like Gaga songs.
Okay.
But what she know about cameras?
Kill me.
So the name Certainty is she reacts to it like she reacts to it with something like fear that she dominates in an instant.
Whoa.
She did not expect to hear this. Like, you can tell that this comes out of fucking nowhere for her. She says, certainty.
Dron? Dron.
The reaction to the second part of the name is more like a reaction to a smell. She says, I'm the mother of Certainty Drawn.
I see resemblance. She favors you.
Okay. She says, really?
Oh, absolutely. Have we actually seen? We saw Certainty at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, of course.
And there is a little of it, mostly in the skin tone, which is almost like a bronze or brass, like with the metallic, like with the sparkle, like the subsurface scatter of the light that clearly indicates Azamar, like an upper planar denizen, or someone whose lineage has crossed paths.
Just from the extra juice that Jasmine gave the game on main stage, I know that Certainty's got definitely in addition to having that bronze skin, she's also got the celestial sort of glowing in the hands. She might even have some celestial tattoos, all of the things that would indicate that. She doesn't have the wings. Jasmine is saying maybe Certainty has wing tattoos or something, but other than that, yeah, it's like a little mini me version.
Absolutely. She during the middle of this conversation, she issues another order to someone and sets the bird down on a cot.
Mm-hmm.
And
you will want to take bath.
she laughs and she says, it wouldn't help.
This is true.
It would.
I was only being polite.
It wouldn't help. And she says, how came you to know Certainty?
Well, we are a collections team working for Acquisitions Incorporated.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's rude.
She speaks horse too.
Yeah. You take great offense.
You fight her.
Roll to find out how fancy it
Roll for initiative.
Fight a god.
Yeah. She says, they've been busy up here. They've been busy up here, which has made me very busy. She says that it's not 100% clear who is operating that company at this time.
Yes, we also noticed this. We were told that we were employed by them and now are not. A different arrangement that we work beneath. But this is how we know of a certainty.
City word I hear once is franchise.
Yes.
I love city words. That's the other scroll.
Yeah.
It's like city words, one a day. She says, yeah, the upper management has been trying to find its way into here for some time now. And it's complicated, but there's more than one of the same person. Like I said, it's quite complex. She falls into something like almost a professorial lecture type.
Rafa's his mom.
Yeah, exactly. Tone, right? That was pretty good, actually.
Every time.
And she says, and I know which one it is because I only know one. That's Certainty's father. I know when it's the others because they hurt other people. They hurt strangers. I know that he's not responsible for what's happening in Icewind Dale right now because he almost exclusively hurts his friends.
Sounds like bad man. Why you have baby? Why you make full with this?
Oh my God, yes.
That's it, dude. That's it. She says, it is sometimes mortals
Are so hot.
Yeah.
And they're finite.
They're slanging.
Have you seen his dump truck?
exactly get moved around like pieces on a board by the gods that they serve.
Have felt this before? Yes.
Yeah, and she says, maybe certainty will make all of this worth it. She looks down at the cot. There is
A bird on it.
With this bird?
nothing on it.
What the?
What?
And she says, I need to tell you some things about your friend. Shadow Council. Oh! May our labors please you. I know. When Alyssa gives me the note about how many minutes I have left, I know exactly what needs to be done. Revered Shadow Council, may our labors please you. Our weak and frail human bodies require maintenance. We'll be back in mere moments with additional C-team. Don't go anywhere. Hello. I'm Jerford K. Horcrims. Welcome back to Test C-Teams. Now, before we continue, a brief litany from the Book of Alyssa. Please bow your heads. Immediately after mid-episode break,
Yes.
it's High Harvest Tide in Idle Champions. Unlock several characters, but I heard that I was saying people's character names wrong, so I'm going to do my best.
Uh-oh.
Is it Dahani? Maybe Donnie? I don't know. Torogar, or Puent. I think I probably got Puent. In their event live. Now, this week we are giving away the Big Omen bundle featuring Unlock for Omen Drawn. That's me. 42 Omen gold chests. So 6 gold chests, or 7 gold chests per clone. And an exclusive golden epic. I had a really good time writing all of the item descriptions for Omen, so hopefully you enjoy that as the items increase in power.
Oh, we got a little Lori.
Yeah, where's our omen lore? I guess it's the whole game.
I was just gonna say, welcome to my backstory. I've been telling it to you for 4 years.
My OC, let me show you them
This is
all
definitely a let
over
me
and
show
over.
you them. Now, when last we saw our heroes, a bird had disappeared. And what an incredible sentence.
Exactly.
No. Who has eaten him first? We were his friend.
We got this.
We get first. Oh, come on. Sniffing around.
Finally, some cat-bird dynamic. I feel like we haven't capitalized on that
I
enough.
did not want him to die. But if he had to die, I should eat first.
It should have been you.
It's a favorite. It's a classic cat meal.
Yep.
Who among you would deny it? To the group.
I love it. He gets so
No, he just turns out to the rest of the triage tent, immiserated masses. But even in their bedraggled, in some cases, mortally wounded state, they have to accept that cats do eat birds.
You've seen it.
And cats don't dance.
No,
God.
they don't.
I should.
We've talked about that too when we were making our characters.
Yeah. We didn't really get into it until there's a lot of we held back.
Yeah.
Restrained until now.
She kicks over the cot.
Is the bird under it?
No.
Yes. Oh.
Crawled under it.
I was scared.
Surprise.
Ooh.
But you think that might have been what she was doing.
Oh, okay.
And then
Could have just bent over and looked, not me to kick.
And then you gotta imagine the hydraulic pressure required to shrink such a vast woman. You'd need a forklift. So she thinks better of it immediately and resets up the cot.
Just kicks. I'm sorry you had to see that.
No, exactly. No, she's definitely, that's not the brand she wants to project. But she knows that this is a place where there is a lot of active labor. And she leads the group out of the tent.
Where to? I guess I'll wait.
Yeah. No, just outside. She just doesn't want to be in the thoroughfare while people are engaged in these tasks.
I want to create more trauma in the trauma tent.
Yeah, more drama.
Wow.
It's a drama tent on NBC. So, well, Peacock. I mean,
Yeah, it's not making it on the network.
yeah, it's not prime time. She says, this is initially why I refused entry. And I was very confident in my scholarship on this topic. I made a poor choice, and if it is any consolation to you, you have an opportunity for me to be in your debt. So let's think of it. Let's start there. You can hear little bits of certainties. That certainties spinning the tumbler negotiation style. She says, so very quickly, are we familiar with an atavast?
Excuse you.
That's a good question. Would we be DM?
Flipping through my word of the day scroll.
She says, don't start me on these. And you have never felt more like someone wants you to start them on these. You can see the pressure, the intellectual pressure building
Ask me about
inside. It is as though this is the instant pot, and pressure is building inside the armor.
In the old the city legends of Olmuzun Janat, we have one comes to mind that if one has something to say about the atavast, they should get it off of their chest. It is a healing, helpful.
He's very specific.
There are many stories and tales and legends. I'd be happy to tell you them.
God, don't fucking tempt me on that. I'm gonna push that button all the time. A torrent of words begins to emerge. She says, well, and swings up the iron-bound book at her side with precision. It falls open where she needs it to be. And she says, obviously this is a simplification, but they are ancestral swords of evil kings that are not buried with their owner, and then in the world continue the dark propensities of that lineage. Basically, that's the basic idea. So the edge of the sword, it's not sharp, it's inimical to material. It's used to be, at one point, cosmologically speaking, at one point,
Always.
it was called the negative elemental plane. I mean, obviously the spell plague collapsed that into the elemental chaos, but its blade retains something of this infinite danger. And it has a very evil trick that it can play on good people. Are you familiar with the lantern fish? This is a, for lack of a better term, fish.
Start over.
It produces a kind of light. It produces something to attract and trick prey. And one of the things that these entities can do is create a very, very convincing lie that befriends people until it stops.
So, sorry, I'm just having a hard time following this. So the bird, real or not real? Bird real? Bird tricked?
There's no, well, I can't emphasize this enough. Birds are real. I don't want to get into that. Birds are definitely real. This is not all birds. I want to.
A look of relief washes over.
What have I been eating?
I want to emphasize that this doesn't apply to all birds, and it doesn't always choose that, but it chose it for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So this sword has taken the bird. Can reach even here. It was following him for so long, for no reason. He does not reference it. He does not love it.
What bird are we talking about?
No, now all of a sudden I'm like, what Karen Quiver be like, there was something following still doesn't love it. It's a big evil sword. Prism's just like locked eyes over at Vanta, and she's like, that sounds awful. That poor, defenseless, innocent bird.
You don't see Vanta either.
Oh, no.
But let's say that you begin your diatribe
Oh, yeah, like-
with the
like I'm just, like,
expectation
looking- like I'm looking-
that she is here.
I'm looking up at the sky and I'm like just making a fucking meal of this. And then she's gone. And then as soon as I cut off mid-sentence, as soon as I don't see her, I have the sword up. God, it is as if it would be as effective as a feather duster. She's spinning in a slow circle. She's like, okay, it's a good trick. I was distracted by the whole thing with the bird. Where's everybody going? What's happening here? I hate it.
Yeah, I mean it's a very scary place for a hospital.
No,
Hospitals are often attached to
Yes, I'm asking.
fear.
The lights go out.
I'm sorry. What is your name?
She says.
Miss?
She says.
Ma'am? Mommy? Sorry. Mommy?
She says. She closes the book, and lets it rest. Removes the heavy gold chain from the spine on each side, and as she does so, it sort of falls into her hand at her side, and the chain comes off on the right hand. And she says, I am Nymeria Fortunatus. I am the sometime avatar of Timora. When she feels like it. It's been a point of contention.
Okay. Well, sometimes. Are you a magician? Sometimes. Are you just playing a trick on us, or is this one of those times?
Absolutely not.
Great.
Absolutely not. This is my error, but I know for a fact that I won't be able to get anywhere near that thing. I think that we have a loophole that we can use. It requires incredible energy for it to maintain that ruse, that false thing. It has to become almost super real in order for it to do its task. And she looks over the group and she extends the chain to you, Quiver.
I was going to say that at the reveal of sometime Avatar,
Yeah.
that Quiver went to kneel in the presence of a deity. So now, extending a chain, just hearing the chain rattle, and then slow to a stop, and then Look up.
Yeah.
See, extended
Oh.
to him.
Perfect.
Yeah. Quivering hands.
Oh,
So now we know that a whole time.
payoff.
That's what it was.
we've been waiting for this.
Thank goodness.
Double entendre.
We got it. Yeah, I grasp this chain.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is nothing like it looks. It's like it has the weight of a sash. Like it has the weight of like a silk ribbon. Right? So it's swaying in the air. But she'll collapse it down.
Yeah. Wad.
Collapse it down. Yeah, exactly. She sees that this is going to be an issue. And she says, rise. I mean, she is here, but she is not here.
I understand this. Hey, tricky gods, huh? They do this.
She says, we need to bind whatever creature it manifests as. Whatever it looks like, we can bind it with this chain. And we can make that lie real. And so it's hearing more about this this creature. You're starting to think that you have heard stories like it. I'm looking for checks.
Next.
Made out to
Made out to Jerry Holkins.
You want to continue the
Want to
story?
continue the story? Your free trial has ended.
Yeah, this is shareware. So if you're looking for the rest of the episodes,
This is
obviously.
ransomware.
Well, wait.
Yeah, I have your characters.
Let's see how much cash we got by next week.
I have men outside your homes.
Top.
Man.
Yeah, you're looking at. So I don't have a great history.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying, take a look at your skills.
It's more like problem-solving stuff.
You're welcome to make a case
Yeah.
for me. But you can roll these with advantage.
Oh well, thank you much. What would investigation get me?
Are we all
Trying to figure
rolling?
it out.
Yeah,
Why not?
absolutely. Well, everybody who isn't a demon. Yeah.
All right, well, that's nothing.
Gosh.
With advantage, it's going to be. Oh, that's not bad. So with history, that's a 13. Why would investigation fit or perception? I don't know why they would. Those are the better ones for me. But
Yeah.
Womp womp. Womp womp.
Yitzpin got a bwomp bwomp bwomp.
Yeah, it's been. Wah, wah, bah, bah, bah,
Now,
bah,
it is
bah.
a nat 20, but it is a -1, so it is a 19. However, nat 20, I think,
30.
makes it,
Makes it 21.
yeah, those are 21. Just make it a
that
plus.
works.
Turns it into a plus.
Absolute value. Of the,
That's great. Now, Prism, you can also roll dice. Well, here, roll again and see if you get 220.
Ooh.
You,
don't.
you become a new avatar of time.
Whoa.
Step aside.
What is this specifically?
Well, I mean, you're trying to remember. It could be a song, could be a
Atlantic?
performance.
Typically,
Yeah, advantage.
I say 18.
It's very good.
What's your history?
Yeah. History, performance also for songs and stories, right?
Oh, I
that
see.
would have
That
been
makes sense.
a 28.
That's pretty good.
Damn.
And that's just an 8.
Just an 18.
So let's go with the 20.
Yeah.
We both start singing the same song at the same
That's
time.
a
Yeah, exactly.
That's such
exactly.
a cool way to get to it instead of just history.
Well, what I like is that everybody sort of has their own path into it. So there was a chiefess of your tribe that came upon a riddling sword.
A riddling sword.
Yes,
Asking riddles.
exactly
Okay,
right.
Not a wriggling sword.
No. Although it was said to wriggle as well.
Okay.
That's part of its duplicitous nature.
And part of the song. It's fun to
Exactly
sing.
right.
It rhymes with riddle.
Wriggling and wiggling by the chiefess. It's
Irish
3/4.
sound.
It's kind of a. It
Saw
has
that
kind of a little
sword
march.
Wriggling and a riddling,
It was a wriggling,
jiggling and a fiddling.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, this is a great track, but it's one we already know.
That was incredible. Wait, sorry, Chief Death.
No, but you had heard the story as a young foal who, and the thing that stood out to you about the story was that it could cut the war braid of the chiefess.
Oh. That the sword did this?
The sword could do it.
Oh, it could do it. Okay.
And it was the first time that you had ever heard of a strength that was like the strength that you possess.
Sure.
Right? A heightened, because that's not, you can't cut them. It's thick, it's chain link, it's lifelong. But this riddling sword could.
Okay.
On the quiver side, it's said that there was a dark razor that shaved the mother of your kind.
Oh no.
So before, fur in abundance.
I see.
The OG.
The lion cut of the devil.
Why did we lose it? Yeah.
Exactly. But that cut did not merely cut the hair, which remained cut. It also cut them from their old ways.
Whoa.
So it was a blade that could cut things that were not physical. And it could kill things that weren't physical. There is a song about a princess named Raveni who fell in love with a black sword. And it was said that this sword cut time on either side of her so that they could be together forever.
I actually know this song. First cut is the deal. Baby, I know. Thank you. That's really, really cute.
And so it's
Who hurt you?
almost every.
Talk. I'm gonna check it
It's
out.
been a rough year.
Is there one in there for Still? If Still was still with us? No. Okay, just checking because I
No,
want to.
still, unfortunately, still knows all these stories.
Uh-oh.
Wait, it's still keeping secrets?
Still the one.
Hey, Brian. What the fuck? Are you in on this bullshit?
Are we about to find out you got another 50-page backstory for the character?
We'll just. Do I even need to be at the table? I can just go walk
I'm
away.
just wondering how much of this you
Yes.
two have. Tail talk.
We'll find out.
So, yeah. So, she has handed this to you, and it's because this wicked blade has expended so much energy creating something real enough to fool. That is the downfall. If whatever it is chosen as its vessel, having apportioned such a balance of its power, and she sort of like looks out to the horizon. She looks down at a compass. It's going crazy. The needle is going all over the place.
You know, like all compasses.
That's all it fucking does. Why do we buy these? It's just a paperweight with like a little fidget in it.
Are compasses impressive in D&D?
Working ones.
No.
But good luck finding one. Most compasses go nuts.
Yeah.
They go hog wild.
They all have to be put down.
What do they need? What do they want?
No one can know. These are mysterious devices. In any case,
Jesus Christ.
Eventually, the needle. These are just facts. Eventually, the needle resolves itself. It rediscovers
Takes ages.
north. Oh yeah, it's
But for how
about
long?
45 minutes.
It's like,
But it's like eventually it gets to it,
Not
and
magnetic poles and Faerûn.
Maybe not.
they have different forces. And so she sort of like she looks at the compass and then looks out at the horizon, and she says, "The rest of it is on its way here now. We need to bind this. We need to bind the rest of this. And do it quickly." I mean, I can move the welcome site as many times as it needs to be moved. I can make it slightly smaller. I can make it large enough to accommodate the need. It's never going to stop.
We have to set up a choke point, a choke point.
So she leads you around. Her eyes cast on the cot. She curses in one of the languages she knows.
Just a real flat sound.
And she goes past the splitting field, the sort of the triage tent that's been set up here, and basically just gives you a quick lay of the land. There's additional tents to the left that are currently housing the vast majority of them. This is obviously, this environment is obviously much better than the frigid cold. This is a much better environment for these tents to be. There is also the temple rest itself, a central area that's, you can see food being taken out and distributed. And there's also a boathouse, which is generally not needed.
Not here, yeah.
But the structures and everything just rest. They're just designed to rest against whatever the level is. There's essentially a floating dock and a boat laying next to it.
I want to retcon something with you.
I want your character to be called something different and be a different animal. Is
What
that
about
possible?
like a cool big bat? That'd be fun. That's more fun tun what you got, right?
It rhymes with cat. Easy.
Yeah, we could just make that adjustment.
Let's pretend it's been that the whole time.
Did you mean it to be bat and then you were like dumb?
I think I
and so
spelled
then
it
you,
wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
B and C are close together.
You should always get one.
I got embarrassed and I
Middle
just
of
went
A,
with cat.
D, D.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, not that. I like the cat. What I was thinking of is I want to retcon there being a scene at some point where Quiver is like fiddling with like trap making, right? That seems like something that
Oh, for
Quiver
sure.
does, right?
There's a real sad spell, snare, that I haven't used.
real sad spell.
Yeah, it's a real bummer.
But it's like playing with string, right?
Yeah,
But it's like
exactly, yeah.
what someone with an intelligence would do with the string.
Right, there's like, at first it's Quiver just using the hands, and then the back feet get into it too, and it's one of these.
Right.
But I think what I want is for Yitzpin to have, like, we've had conversations while you are constructing traps, and that this causes that dim light bulb, this situation to go off. And Yitzpin goes, what if we create trap?
Yes. This is the trap. There is only two things in this world. There is a predator and there is a prey. This sword, the beast, believe it is to be predator, but no, in fact, is prey. The chain is the predator now, and I am holder of the predator.
Alpha predator.
Yes. You are very quick. You're a very good student.
All right. What do you think? What do you think, Prism? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's a shame the bird's not here because that trap's gonna need bait.
So this was the next question was to the avatar. Does the sword, the beast, is coming here to take to have the welcome sight? Does the beast know of the chain? Have they met before? Would it be cautious around it?
There's a pause for breath. She says, it's more of a theory, but it's a very good theory. It's based on rigorous research.
Rigorous legends.
Well, it's all
So many
there.
about a chain that did work
Yeah.
in the legends.
We heard about a chain that was so good.
Yeah, great one.
It'll either work or it'll be the theory of a dead man.
Yeah, let's set this trap.
Yeah. Now, so tell me where you're going to set this trap. Tell me about the situation. So we have the temple rest. We have these tents over here, and we have this boathouse situation.
whatever the logic would be, whatever direction it's approaching from, we'd want to set this out far enough such that if it doesn't work, we have time to do something else. Tell us more about this boathouse.
Yeah, so it's...
Should we hide beneath an upturned boat?
Classic.
Well, it could be a situation where you hide underneath the upturned boat and then move from place to place. And then get low.
Get low.
I mean, my first thought was to shoot
that.
it from the crossbow and have it like bolo around. But if
Oh, that's crazy.
If I miss, it's real bad. Maybe you instead use it like a
tripwire?
Yeah, like in Star Wars, of course. Which is what my character is really based on, is the snowspeeder.
Let's retcon that.
All right, so Quiver's playing with a snowspeeder.
What if you're not shooting it at the sword, but our very strong friend who then just hits it, sort of like a baseball type thing? You're just shooting it at... You shoot it at Yitzpin, a non-moving target. The thing comes in, it just slingshots around and it goes. You're so strong. You just tie it up.
Faerûn pastime, baseball. You're so familiar. You know.
Just
Fine. Stickball. Faerûnian stickball.
Oh, stickball!
Now it makes
me
sense.
out to
Stick ball.
You're dead.
Yes, I'm dead.
Are you with us here tonight still?
Yeah, what you need is a seance, is
Lamb.
what you need. All right.
What is Prism's role in trap? I'm clearly very stressed out about the pressure of having to be strong because I'm actually not strong.
Gosh. Bestowing you with true heroism, certainly. Rooting from the sidelines. Leaving so that Vanta does not know where I am. It's an it-follow situation.
Let's be very clear. Is this a sword or a avatar of that the sword chooses?
Right now, it's going to use its profound ability to fool mortal creatures.
Oh.
It is going to choose a shape,
Okay.
and it is going to choose a shape that will be effective here. This is its environment.
But if we aim, say, at the tail of this shape, would the chain go through it because it's not real?
No, it is it is. This is how we're going to beat it.
Okay, so this is what we have to assume that'll work. I'm not trying to aim for a sword hidden inside of an illusion.
Good thought.
Yeah.
So so it's gonna try and fool a mortal.
Yeah.
So which of us mortals has like the largest, easiest to hit fear? You know, like the big scary thing, right?
Well, I was under the impression that it's going to come back. I mean, maybe Yitzpin is not under this impression, but Kate's under the impression that it's going to come back dressed as Still.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's fair.
Yeah.
I was gonna assume that, or Quiver assumes that maybe Vanta has run off with Still in order to manipulate this to her advantage somehow.
Okay.
It's gonna come back as a big yucky. Here's what I want. You two to set a wonderful trap. Me? Away.
I am not afraid of anything, and I think also go for Quiver, but you are afraid of dark, shadowy self. This seems like your juicy fear. Perhaps you are bait for trap.
I'm not bait. I'm not bait. The bird was bait, and it took the bait. Bait's done. The trap has been baited.
Where is Timora? Can we? Is she show up now?
I have questions.
sorry.
Yeah, she.
Any question?
Many
What do I
questions.
want?
This is a person who is who has been wrestling with this question clearly for a while, and she says, "I will be in the temple rest, putting in a good word."
Okay,
One good word?
here is plan.
Please.
We stand on either side of the entrance where we believe beast will come. Once it cross over the buried chain, you and I throw it over to each other, capture it, encircles this beast, and then realize it. And then I take a crossbow and I aim carefully, get down in the sand, Carefully I aim. Still part of the plan. Thank you for listening.
I agree.
You will use all your strength. We will. The chain on either side could be attached to a massive weight that you will have throwing over, and then it will wrap around.
Oh, maybe weight can be slightly smaller so that you can throw. Also, your side.
I will launch my end from the bow. Simple to make it meet. It is your strength and the power that must make it wrap around using this.
Let me check on my strength level.
It will be the moment of your glory.
Yeah, it's up to 5 pounds. I can throw. Hoisting, throwing, not strong suit. But agree with plan. And the reason beasts come into boathouse is because of juicy Miss Prism, who is standing there waiting to become vessel.
Fine. I'll be bait. And then Prism just goes like this and creates a silent image of herself. And she goes, but like the outfit somehow is like, it's just like more like extreme. And Prism's like, oh my God, so bait. Look at her. She's just ready to get snatched up. And then, and she looks at her and she goes, okay, but like tone it down, like not next to me, not when you're standing next to me. And then the silent image just like strips away a little bit of the extra grandeur. And Prism's like, okay, don't stand so close to me.
Can you make the silent image voice, make a song you're singing about how dumb the beast is? Stupid, weak beast.
Well, certainly the silent image of myself cannot. That's the best thing about her. Look, your outfit's tacky. And then the silent image starts yelling, but nothing comes out.
Yeah.
And Prism's like, my favorite. And Prism's like, but I certainly could figure out the acoustics to project my own voice.
Oh, like ventriloquist.
Absolutely nothing like that, but something much more impressive, yes.
Ventriloquist impressive indeed.
No.
We got there.
Oh, you make illusion sing to a backing track.
Yeah. Certainly. Yes.
I'm ready.
All right.
Plan is ready.
It sounds like everything is ready to go. This is happening. All right. Now, still,
You're dead.
Oh,
you are not dead.
For sure dead.
we got 5 minutes.
You are.
He's dead.
I can't wait.
15 minutes.
Oh no, it's longer than that, right?
10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 15 at least, yeah.
Yeah, at least.
Okay.
Yeah, we can take a
Don't worry.
backseat.
I'm gonna gaze.
we're at 2 lines
I'm gonna
in.
gaze into the book of Alyssa. Yeah, that's what I thought.
20 minutes.
All right. Now, still, or whatever you'd like to be called.
Ryan.
Let's just say that Ryan is the other. Like that's how grotesque it has become, where we're using the real names out here. What sort of vessel sounds good to
What?
right now you are essentially diffuse. You were able to escape with ease. Not a mist exactly, but definitely not a pretend bird child. And you have a time here where you can move freely around the welcome site. It is carnage in here that calls to mind the old campaigns. Like this place is the result of the sort of evil you got up to in better days.
Ryan.
Well, look, we all did crazy things in college.
Experimented.
Yeah, experimented. If it's some sort of shape change, then probably...
Shape change. Let's sort of go down the menu. Absolutely shape change. Also,
drape upon a living creature like a cloak and guide its every movement. This sort of thing is also available.
I mean, there's medical staff.
Absolutely. This place is chock-a-block with people at varying levels of skill, ranging from, herbalism, medical skills, purely physical talents of healing, all the way up as you creep up into the acolytes with magical potential that just sparkles a little in the sun.
No. Taken over medical, some sort of medical staff for a moment to get away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
And then
right from here, right into the staff, and then you can even bounce between a couple on your way out.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I grab Vanta.
Are you
take
fucking
Vanta.
kidding me, Ryan?
Okay. So as you rush toward her, it's like there's something of that. This will be an incredible tool. There's nothing between this creature and the action. Sometimes with a living creature, you have to push through this tangled mess, this mesh of resistance to harming others. It's all right here. It's like picking up a sword off of a table. And this Vanta is different than you saw her before. She is actually in the lowest echelon of the vestments. She has somehow asked to be a part of bringing healing to this place.
Wait, so I turned Vanta into a nurse?
As you seize her,
Yeah.
she has already moved in this direction.
Oh,
They have already embraced her.
She's good camouflage.
Yeah, couldn't be simpler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's never been easier.
Then I set about to doing my work.
Give me an example. So here's our 3 venues.
Oh my gosh.
What can we offer? What can we offer these tenants in
So,
these places?
I mean, what's that? What do you mean by that?
Right here?
Yeah.
These are the things that they are going to be trying to resolve
Oh, okay.
in each of these venues, and these are the things you can turn the screws on to make worse.
Okay. Yeah.
Why is this happening to us?
I just wrote a note that said this fucking sucks.
I mean, ultimate goal is
ultimate goal
is to
What?
cause suffering
What?
and
Hey.
and reunite with the sword.
and grow in power thereby.
yeah. And
Yeah. Any suffering you generate, because this is where the vast storehouse of your power is stored, but it isn't as though you aren't still connected via a kind of tether. Any suffering you generate only hastens its arrival.
yeah. So I'm going to be going around to sick patients like I'm helping, and then hypodermics full of air and things like that. So from the outside, it looks like they're being tended to, and then it's like you walk away, and then they're like they code, sort of thing. I'm helping. Shh.
Okay, I'll relax.
But it puts, I think it puts Still's desire and delight in using healing spells they don't need to use,
Yikes.
Oh man, that sucks.
right?
Have you been playing the sword this whole time? Was the sword?
Wait, are
your
you
real
fucking
character?
kidding me?
Yeah,
Fuck, that's so good.
I know. This was
Fuck.
So there wasn't a still.
There was never a still.
It was just a sword.
Holy shit. This is anime as fuck, dude.
That's what I
This
said.
was a great monologue I was going to give. Instead, we'll do it via exposition. But yes, there was no still.
Don't worry, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Well, we've revealed it 5 times. So it's like all the surprise is dead.
No, we have to do it for the characters.
But I want to make sure. I want to make sure that there's
yeah,
a. I want to make sure that
Yeah,
there's
Yitzpin doesn't know.
there's also some props that might be fun. So, so you have set up shop at the boathouse, and you are waiting
Looking at the horizon,
hungrily.
nothing there,
Yes.
with the chain buried and just tensed, ready.
I think, like, Prism's getting, like, pissed
Yeah.
that the image of herself is, like, not enough. And so she's, like, kaleidoscoping through, like, other things that could, like, be bait.
You're trying to become delicious.
Yeah, and so she's like, "Ugh, it's not this. And then it's, like, quiver. But then it's, like, quiver, but, like, bigger fangs. And then it's, like, and it's like, okay, well, what about this? And then it's Yitzpin, and then it's like, okay, well, this, and then it's a horse, like the horse part of Yitzpin as a whole horse, and then like the human part of Yitzpin as a whole human, and just like two things standing next to each other. And then she's like, is this? And then she does Nymeria. She makes Nymeria like
Nice.
even taller.
Like 6'5".
Huge, broad-brimmed hat.
Big bayonetta high heels.
Going in for the kill.
Shoes
Going in
which
for the-
are guns.
Argons.
Yeah, so it's just like really just a Rolodex of tasty treats. And then like, you know, like, oh, I twisted my ankle. Like the Nymeria's like, oh, I'm a moment of weakness. But like obviously nothing's coming out. It's just all pantomime. And Prism's just like, what the
I'm watching this like a movie, like trying to string it together into a narrative. It's fascinating.
yeah, Prism's in a bush like this.
Do a sexy female evil sword.
Yeah, okay. So it's a mirror image of the black sword, except it just has like a lipstick imprint on it. Like someone just went
A bow.
It's Mrs. Pac-Man. Then she's like, it's like a box full of puppies. I think then you know it would just end up being she does still for a little bit, see if that does anything.
Right.
And then she leaves it on still, but it's comedic. It's like, oh, I have all these healing potions. Oh, they all fell down. Like, because she's just thinking like, oh yeah, lanternfish. This was the lantern. Here it is again. So just continuing through.
I don't know how long we've been here.
Yeah.
Waiting, maybe 20 minutes. A
Yeah.
long period where we're like, this is supposed to be.
Yeah, the trap.
I am, you know, the tenseness, readiness for battle is now turning into soreness.
Yeah.
And I want to turn my perception back into the welcome site and just see like, what are the other? Are we making ready? What is going on with them?
So in terms of like what is happening in the...
There's nothing else to look at. There's nothing to be ready for here. Are we going to be here 48 hours? What's going on inside?
Oh yeah, the rest of the welcome site is absolutely continuously engaged in trying to remedy this northern campaign that Acquisitions Incorporated has waged against the 10 towns.
I see. What Chris is wondering is if we hear any, oh no, my patient died.
Well, yeah. I mean, don't.
And then just in another room.
Another died. They're all dying in a row.
So do you want to get someplace? I just think it'll be a cool image.
I think maybe, like, if we are really honestly just sitting here waiting, like, we need someone to just keep lookout, and then, like, let's assess. Maybe I would want to go find, what's her name, Nymeria?
Yeah.
Want to go see what what's so important that would take her away from this preparation, should she be out here on the front lines. I'll say to Yitzpin, I'll be right back. Holler.
Holler at your boy.
Yeah, I leave the crossbow where it is because it has the chain wrapped around the end of the arrow. Yeah, I want to wander back to where I've seen Nymeria.
Yeah, basically she is in the central, what she called the temple rest. Mm-hmm. And you walk in the front of the door and you pass Vanta on the way out. And this Vanta, her still cool, still very flat of affect, but has somehow been elevated or made a part of the healing community here in this place. No medallion, no holy symbol, but in the neophyte garb of this place that you have seen performing all of the work of care and comfort.
It's a little instinctive, like claws at the come out, not like but just
Like,
Vanta.
Just little.
You have healed. You're looking well. No. Where have you been?
What have you been up to?
Yeah.
is this me or is this you?
I'm looking at Vanna right now.
Vanta, I'd walk right past. I would not acknowledge. Head down, try not to look.
So pious.
Keep moving, yeah. I got people to heal. Out of the way, cat.
Push me aside.
Yeah, not violently, but just...
Sure.
It doesn't even not track. That's the best part.
Out of the way, cat. Then even repeat it to himself as like the insult. I think, at this, I see you wander back into the triage tent, I assume. At this.
Quickly,
Yeah, I would, I'm gonna run back, not now seeking Nymeria, but back to you, Prism. I run up to wherever you're hiding and casting the illusion.
Oh, yeah, I've made an illusion of Vanta that's just like continuously throwing up and like, and then Prism's just like,
I'm so sick. I couldn't beat Prism.
yeah.
Vanta, I have seen Vanta.
Yeah, I know, it looks just like her.
No, she's working as a nurse.
A what? A what? A nurse?
Did I stutter? A nurse.
And at that, Prism's like really serious, and the image of Vanta that she made is also back to being very serious, like two faces looking.
Right. Yeah.
And Prism's like, oh, she's still here. Okay, so
She's keeping busy.
as a nurse? No.
She pushed me out of the way.
Yeah.
Called me a cut.
She called you a see you next Tuesday? Are you joking? Strong words. No, Prism's like, yeah, I told you that she sucks. The level to which she sucks, all the way. Where is she? She's sneaking around, she's skulking around.
I am surprised that they would trust her with this. It is, I would say she was an unwelcome sight.
You dork. For the podcast, Chris is being a dork.
Prism's like,
They heard it.
well, if she's, good enough that she deserved healing and a second chance, then she's just helping people. Maybe she wants to help us. And if she is a nefarious demon hell-bent on murdering people, specifically me, then she should be taken care of. And either way, where is she? No reason.
She's not here. She's not not concerned with you. She's not here seeking you.
That's where you're wrong. Which tent is she in?
The triage.
Great. Prism Prism immediately just is like disengages and walks right past you two, right to the tent, and the silent image doesn't follow her, but it mirrors all of her movement because all of her concentration is being used. So you just see Vanta in place, like, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Prism has her sword out, and she opens the flap of the tent, and she's just like, Vanta, what are you doing?
Perfect. Pause. Please roll a perception check with advantage.
I will. That's one of my good ones. All right, well, that's going to be a 15. Oh, and that's going to be a 7.
There is, right at the, Vanta has passed you.
Right.
You have passed into the temple rest. Mm-hmm. And you can see sort of in the central vestments where she claimed that she would be putting in a good word. Mm-hmm. There is a bite, like a copper bite.
A scent, yeah.
In the air. Mm-hmm. And as you approach the door of it, you can see something dark shining below the threshold of the door. And as the door is opened, you can see Nymeria Fortunatus fallen completely over, suspended only by the tome stand. And as you come in, she falls off to the side in a pool of blood. Shadow Council,
No!
May our labors please you. I guess you tell me if that was pleasing. We are going to, no, exactly. Now, obviously we're doing this, and next we're going to be doing table talk. So come to the table talk where we will talk about the things that happened at the table and also give away more awesome stuff from our super cool sponsors. Until next time, we'll see you.